Health workers are being taught sign language to try to help them communicate more clearly with deaf patients. NHS students at the University of the West of England have become the first in the country to benefit from the course, with 240 already trained. Our health correspondent Matthew Hill reports.
You're going to use your left hand as your dominant hand, so the left hand is like the pen.
These paramedic students will eventually be dealing with patients in some of the most stressful moments of their life. That's why they're being taken through the basics of sign language by their instructor, Mark. He knows from personal experience the importance of clear communication.
I went to the GP with my child, and it took a long time to write things down. I was trying to lip read the doctor, and once we'd finished the appointment, the medication had been prescribed. As soon as arriving home, we realised that it was the wrong medication completely.
Since January, Mark has trained 240 student nurses, paramedics, midwives, radiographers and occupational therapists.
We see some people that are in a very stressful situation, and a big part of our job is communication, and we really have an obligation to really make sure we can communicate with them, calm them down and offer them the same level of service that we offer everybody.
There are 9 million people who are deaf or hard of hearing in the UK, yet at the moment it's not mandatory for the NHS to provide courses like this. Indeed, this series of courses is funded by the Students' Union.
Poor communication can lead to distress and unnecessary risk. Here in Bristol, a deaf patient was misinformed they'd been diagnosed with a terminal illness.
What they understood it to be was completely the wrong diagnosis, and it caused them lots of anxiety and depression, thinking that they had been given a diagnosis that they hadn't, and that's because they couldn't properly understand what the doctor was saying.
This type of training is not mandatory in the NHS, but it's something that organisations representing the deaf and hard of hearing say we have to have if patients are to be given the best chance. Matthew Hill, BBC Points West.